Hello students, welcome to Harleen Core classes. Today we will be discussing one of the very important and little tough topic of class 10th, that is trigonometry. I already uploaded 2 videos on the same topic, trigonometry for class 10th from the CBSE syllabus, and I will add the link of that videos in the description box. So better watch those videos first before watching the third part of the trigonometry syllabus. In this part, we will be discussing the solutions of exercise 8.1. I already gave you the solutions of exercise 8.1 from question number 1 to question number 6. So in this video, we will be discussing the solutions of question number 7 to question number 11. So this exercise is just the basic of the trigonometry, and all the basic things that you need to do for solving this exercise I already introduced to you people in my previous videos. So better watch these videos first before watching this video, and let's start today's video. So solution of exercise 8.1 of exercise 8.1 question number 7. Question number 1 to 6 solutions are already given to you people. So better watch those videos first. I'm telling you again before jumping to the question number 7. You people should go through the video in which I gave you the solutions for the question number 1 to question number 6. And all the trigonometric ratios that we're gonna use in this exercise, I already introduced those trigonometric ratios also, and how you can remember the formulas of those trigonometric ratios. I already uploaded the videos on those topics. So check the description link and go to the videos. So question number 7 says, if cot A is equals to 7 by 8, if cot is equals to 7 by 8, so cot theta is given to you as 7 by 8, and you have to find the value of, in the part 1, you have to find the value of 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. So you are given only with the cot theta, and you have to calculate the values of this, in which you have to use the sine theta and cos theta also. So first we will calculate the values of the sine theta and cos theta by using this cot theta. How we will do, I'll just explain you the whole procedure. So if cot theta, you people know that the trigonometric ratio cot theta is given by base upon perpendicular. Now compare this with this. You can write that base here can be 7k and perpendicular here can be 8k, where k is a positive number. K cannot be negative, k cannot be 0, k is always a positive number. K is an arbitrary positive number I have taken here. So we are given nothing but hypotenuse, that is h. So by using Pythagoras theorem we will calculate h as p square plus b square. What is p square? By putting the value from here, p square will be 64k square and b square will be 49k square. Now on adding this, you will get under root of 113k square, or you can write it as k under root 113. So you have calculated that h is equals to 113 under the root into k. So this is the value of h. Now you have to find the value of sine theta and cos theta. You know that sine theta is given by what? Sine theta is given by, yes, you people are getting it right, it is given by perpendicular by hypotenuse. So put the values here. 1 plus, for the sine theta, right here perpendicular, that is 8k upon hypotenuse, that came out to be under root of 113k multiplied by 1 minus perpendicular, that is 8k. I am getting all this term from here only, upon under root of hypotenuse, that is 113k. Fine. So in the denominator you have 1 plus, what is the value of cos? Cos is given by base upon hypotenuse. So write down cos is equals to, what is base, that is 7k. What is hypotenuse? You calculated it as 113k. Multiply it, 1 minus 7k upon under root of 113k. You people keep on doing calculations in your notebook also, as I am doing on the board. Next you will do, solve this and solve this. This k will cancel each other here. This k cancels this k, this k cancels this k, this k cancels this k, this k cancels this k. So what you are left with, I am making the calculations very easy and writing it this way: under root of 113 plus 8 multiply by under root of 113. You people are in class 10th, so you can skip the steps in calculations and you are intelligent enough to write the calculations this way: 113 minus 7. Now which property can be applied here is a plus b into a minus b. What is a plus b into a minus b? Yes, it is a square minus b square. So do the further steps here. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square divided by, here again, a square minus b square minus b square. Now subtract this. 113 minus 64 will come out to be 49, and 113 minus 49 will come out to be 64. So this is your answer. Fine. So this is your answer here. In this way you can calculate the value for the part 1 of question number 7. I hope you people are getting the solutions very clearly. Please make your notes for the better revision during the exams. So next part, let's jump to the part number 2. So what the part 2 says? Part 2 says find the value of cot square theta. Part 2 says find the value of cot square theta. So if cot theta is given to you 7 by 8, so simply cot square theta will be given by 7 by 8 whole square. So that is 49 by 64. This is so simple calculation. You people can understand by looking only that if cot theta is given to you 7 by 8, so cot square theta will be 7 by 8 whole square, that is 49 by 64. The square of 7 is 49 and the square of 8 is 64. So just do the simple calculations of square and calculate the value of cot square theta. Now we will be moving to the question number 8. Of CBSE syllabus. Now moving to the question number 9. In question number 9, you people are given with tangent theta is equals to 1 by root 3. So it is given to you that tangent A is equals to 1 upon root 3. So this is question number 9. Fine. And you have to find the value of, you are given in 2 parts, the question is given in 2 parts. So first of all, in the part 1, you have to find the value of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. Okay, one more thing is given that the triangle is right angled at B. Okay, one more thing is given that the triangle is right angled at B. So this is a triangle which is right angled at B. Let's suppose this is A, let's suppose this is C. So these are the things that is given to you. And for solving this question, you have to find the value of sin A. I'm just writing a rough data here. You have to find the value of sin A, cos C, cos A, sin C, So this is the data you required for solving the part 1 of this question. So let's start it here. So this is the data that is required. So let's start. So tan theta is given by perpendicular by base. Fine. From here you can write that perpendicular is equals to k and base is equals to root 3k. And on solving this, you people can get that hypotenuse will be under root of perpendicular square plus root 3k square, means 3k square, that will be 4k square under the root. So hypotenuse will come out to be 2k. Fine. So now you have all the data with you. Perpendicular is k, base is root 3k and hypotenuse is 2k. Look at here, that angle is taken here is A. So always the side opposite to angle will be taken as perpendicular. So here the perpendicular here will be k and base here will be root 3k and hypotenuse here will be 2k. So how you will decide which side will behave as a perpendicular and which side will behave as a base? So this angle will decide. So if the angle given is A, so mark here A, and the side opposite to the A will be CB. So this side will behave as a perpendicular and you people will mark perpendicular K here. Fine. So now you have to find the value of sine A. What is sine theta is given by perpendicular by hypotenuse. Fine. So what is perpendicular here? Perpendicular, if I am taking this angle as A, so perpendicular will be K and hypotenuse will be 2k. So sine A will come out to be 1 by 2. Clear? Now cos C. Cos C, now the angle shifted to here. And cos theta is given by base by hypotenuse. So if the angle shifted to here, now this side will behave as a perpendicular and this side will behave as a base. So I am taking base here will be k and hypotenuse here will be 2k, and on solving this I am getting 1 by 2. Now come to cos A. Cos A, for cos A, again the angle shifted to here and this side will behave as a perpendicular, and for cos I will taking base upon hypotenuse. So base will be root 3k upon 2k, and on solving this you will get root 3 by 2. Fine. And for sine C, the angle shifted again to here. So this side will behave as a perpendicular and sine will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So it will be root 3k by 2k. So sine C will come out to be root 3 by 2. So this is the way you people can write all the trigonometric ratios. Now let's check the question. The question says in part 1, calculate the value of sine A cos C. Sine A cos C plus cos A sin C Fine. Now put the value. Sine A will be what? Sine A will be 1 by 2. Cos C will be what? Cos C will be again 1 by 2. Plus cos A will be what? Root 3 by 2. And sin C is what? Root 3 by 2. Now again write down 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 come out to be 4 by 4 come out to be 1. So now check the part 2. In part 2 you have cos A, cos C, sin A, sin C. Cos A, cos C minus sin A, sin C. Cos A will be root 3 by 2 and cos C will be 1 by 2. Sin A is 1 by 2 and sin C is root 3 by 2. So it comes out to be root 3 by 4 minus root 3 by 4 and your answer is 0. Fine. So now note down the solution of the question in your notebooks. This is how you people can solve the question number 9 of exercise 8.1 trigonometry class 10th NCERT books based on CBSE syllabus. Now we will be solving the question number 10. Please watch this video till end to get the solutions of all questions. In question number 10, it is given that in triangle PQR, which is right angled at Q. So now your triangle is PQR, which is right angled at Q. So here is a right angle. And PR plus QR is 25 centimeter. Okay, you are given with PR plus QR is equals to 25 centimeter. This is what is given to you. I am just writing the data that is given in your question only. And you are given that PQ is equals to 5 centimeter. Fine. So I am writing here PQ is equals to 5 centimeter. So this side PQ will be 5 centimeter. And you have to determine the value of sin P, cos P and tan P. So you have to find the value of sin P, cos P and tan P. So let's start the solution of this question. So you are given nothing but just this side PQ and the sum of this and this side. So let's suppose I am taking one side as x here. Fine. So I am taking PR as x. So put here PR is equals to x. I am just supposing PR is equals to x. Now put PR is equals to x in this equation. You will reach at this. Now from here calculate QR will come out to be 25 minus x. This is just a simple linear equation calculation I did. For calculating the value of QR, I just simply put PR is equals to x, which I supposed. You can suppose anything A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever alphabet you like. I am just supposing it x. So put PR is equals to x in this equation. X plus QR comes out to be 25. And QR from here will be 25 minus x. So right here QR is equals to 25 minus x. So these are the things that is given to you. I am just putting all the data in the triangle and writing on the triangle as a hypotenuse, base and perpendicular. Now you people know that there is one theorem in class 9th you did, which is known as the Pythagoras theorem. Now according to that Pythagoras theorem, you can write the square of this hypotenuse, that is x square, is equals to 25 minus x whole square plus 5 square. Now open the bracket as using the formula, that is what is the square of 25? 625 a square plus b square minus 2ab, that is 50x. Fine, plus 25. Fine. Now this x square cancels this x square and this will be 0 here. This will be 650 minus 50x. So now here you can calculate that x is equals to 650 by 50, and on solving this you get x come out to be 13. So x comes out to be 13. Now you have the value of x as 13. Now put the value of x here 13, and if I put the value of x here 13, you will get 25 minus 13, that is 12. So this side comes out to be 12 centimeter and this side comes out to be 13 centimeter. This is given to you as 5 centimeter. Now come back to the question. What is asked in your question is calculate the value of sin P. So now here your theta is standing here at P, and I'm telling you and I'm reminding you again that the side opposite to the taken angle will be representing the perpendicular. So here perpendicular will be 12 centimeter and base will be 5 centimeter, and here the hypotenuse will be 13 centimeter. Fine. Now you have all the three data for calculating the trigonometric ratios, that is P, B and H. Now we will calculate one by one each of the trigonometric ratio that is asked in your question. So first we will calculate sin P. Sin P is equals to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is 12 by 13. There is no unit for the sin P or any of the trigonometric ratio. There is no unit. Never write it as centimeter or anything you are given with. It is unitless term. So next you will write for cos P. It is equals to B by H. So that is 5 by 13. And next is equals to tan P. Tan P is equals to P by B. That is equals to 12 by 5. So these are your answers for the question number 10 for the respective answers of sin p, cos p and tan p. Fine. So write down in your notebooks. Let's check the solution for the question number 11 now. In question number 11, it is asked a true or false. So which statement is true, which statement is false. You have to state whether of the following is true or false, and also you have to justify your answer for your true or false statement. So let's start first question. The value of tan A is always less than 1. No. Okay. The value of tan A is not always less than 1 because tangent theta can take any value. Likewise, if sine theta can take the value from -1 to 1 and cos theta can take the value from -1 to 1 only, but tan theta can take any value. So there is no rule that tan theta will always be less than 1. So write it as false. Now question number 2. Secant theta is equals to 12 by 5 for some angle A. Secant A is equals to 12 by 5 for some angle A. Yes, secant theta can take the value 12 by 5 for some angle A. It can be greater than 1. So write it as yes. Now question number 3. Cos A is the abbreviation of cosecant of angle A. No, cosecant is the abbreviation of cosec angle. There is no abbreviation for the cos A, which is cosecant. So write it as false because cosecant is the abbreviation of cosec angle. So the question number 3 is false. No. Question number 4. Cot A is a product of cot and A. No. Cot is not a product of cot and A. Cot is a trigonometric ratio. A is an angle. They always be taken together. A ln cot will make no sense. There is always cot with an angle, but it is not a product of cot and angle. So cot A is not a product of cot and angle. Cot A itself is a trigonometric ratio which is always taken together. So write it as no. Now question number 5 of 11th. Sin theta is equals to 4 by 3. Sin theta is equals to 4 by 3. No. Because sine can never take a value which is greater than 1. Sin theta always lies between -1 to 1. It can take the value only between -1 to 1, -1, 0 and 1. Sin theta cannot take the values beyond -1 and 1. It cannot go like -2 and 2 this side. So the statement given that sin theta is equals to 4 by 3 is wrong because here you can check the 4 by 3 is greater than 1, which is not possible in the case of sin theta. So the statement sin theta is equals to 4 by 3 is wrong. It's no. So we completed the exercise 8.1 of your NCERT book based on the CBSE syllabus of class 10. So this is here the lecture delivered by me, Harleen Kaur, MTech and BTech in Electronics and Communications. And stay tuned with my channel to get the better solutions of your maths book of class 10 CBSE syllabus. And I also upload the videos on the science topics also. So keep tuned with my channel and also subscribe to my channel and like the video and keep share it with your friends and other students also. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.